Hello, welcome back to the Drummond channel. This is a video using the introductory level software, and I've done a really poor job of keeping up with that. It's so much easier to go into the higher time or the higher versions of our software because it shows so much more information. So what I'm going to do is dig back into the E-mini, S&P 500 E-mini using the software, and I've updated the envelope information from the higher time periods onto the daily chart. And let's see what the hidden market structure, what we talk about in Drummond geometry, is making the hidden market structure visible and projecting that into the future. On the left is the monthly chart, and what do we see here? See a 5-9 down, and on the monthly chart that held on close, and that may be the early indications that we're looking for a PL dot refresh down somewhere in this area on a monthly scale. A little early to tell, so we'll use the lower time periods, weekly and daily, to fine tune this a little bit. The weekly's in the middle, and what did we see? We saw this move up, ended in a area of the monthly 5-9, and this week's bar closed inside the envelope and right down at the PL dot. And what's that? What are we looking at for next week? So you can see that the weekly PL dots are starting to roll over. So the trend is starting to lose its energy, moving higher. And also, we can draw in a couple of Drummond lines here that show us where some resistance is also forming for the week to come, and that's a 5-2 down, and this is a 5-1 down. It's a very strong combination in Drummond terms. So this area for next week becomes some pretty strong resistance. And again, we're looking at opening perhaps right at the PL dot, and looking down here on the weekly chart, we have a monthly envelope top and we have the weekly envelope bottom. So that's the first target on a weekly chart, and depending on how it navigates that, then we're looking at down here in this area where the monthly live and the monthly static PL dots are. And lastly, the daily chart, it's in a C wave down. The weekly PL dot held last week, and now it's flirting with that again from this week. And let me draw in what we call a Drummond 6-5 line, and that goes from the top of the bar through where this PL dot would be if it was placed in between the bars. And we talk about this in the lessons, and why that happens is part of the software that we're using. And when these were hand drawn, Charlie put the dot in between the bars. So we have a 6-5 down, and then also we're drawing in a 5-1 down. And so now we have another area of resistance on the daily chart going into next week. So you have obviously this daily PL dot, and then this area where the 6-5 and the 5-1 coincide, and then the first area of target is going to be down here. And you can see that the daily envelope bottom is going to coincide with the month or the weekly PL dot. So that is the first target area. And of course, how it negotiates this area, the next target comes down here to that weekly envelope bottom and monthly envelope top. So now what I've done is I've transferred these support and resistance areas into these boxes, triangles and squares, with the idea that knowing where those prices are, using the 60-minute chart and perhaps a 15-minute chart, one can start to look for the yes and no patterns when prices enter these ranges. And to get some more information about that, check the educational playlist. There's quite a bit that we continue to post about these things. But what I wanted to highlight here is that there's a lot of information in this introductory level software. So when you're looking at these charts, they don't appear to have a whole lot of information. But when you start to draw in the Drummond lines and you start to look for the coordination between time periods, when multiple time periods are lining up, that's an indication to pay attention to that area. I hope that helps. If you have more questions, please post them in the comments section and I will get back to you. Thank you for watching and good trading.